I love him. I really do. But lately, I can't help but feel like I'm losing that spark. Every time I'm with him, I feel agitated. I snap at little things. I avoid intimacy. And sometimes I wonder if I even want to be dating anyone right now. It's confusing, and I feel guilty for even thinking it. I've been with my boyfriend for a little over 2 years. We started dating when we were still in high school, and honestly, he's one of the sweetest people I've ever met. He loves me more than I can even comprehend, and I care for him deeply. But somewhere along the way, I started feeling different. I feel like maybe I'm outgrowing our relationship, while he stayed exactly the same. Part of me wonders if this is normal. We both were so young when we started. I even remember cutting things off for a bit at the beginning, because I wasn't ready, then coming back to him a few months later. Could this be repeating itself? Another layer of this is my past. I jumped into this relationship soon after a really bad one where I was cheated on. I was hurt, fragile, and trying to find someone who could be safe for me. He's been that safe person, a blessing in my life, but now I feel myself pulling away, sometimes without even realizing it. I also struggle with ROCD, Relationship Obsessive-Compulsive Disorder, which makes it incredibly hard to separate what I'm truly feeling from the intrusive thoughts my mind generates. Sometimes I can't tell if I actually feel detached or if my brain is just overthinking everything. When I am with him, there are moments I feel that spark, the love feeling. But I know love isn't just a feeling. It's a choice, a commitment, a decision to be there for someone even when things are hard. I still love him, but I feel worn out. My mental health struggles and past trauma have resurfaced lately, and they weigh heavily on this relationship. It's exhausting to think about the work it would take to heal myself and keep this relationship afloat. Here's the hardest part. He's genuinely amazing. Even when I bring up that I'm considering breaking up, he doesn't lash out. He holds me, kisses me, and tells me it's okay. I know that if I left, it would shatter him completely. I don't want to hurt him, and that alone makes me pause. But at the same time, I can feel myself shrinking in this relationship. I don't want to hurt myself either. Every day, I wrestle with this guilt, this confusion. Should I push myself to work through it? Should I try to fix things while I sort myself out? Or is it okay to step back, to prioritize my own mental health and growth, even if it means heartbreak for both of us? I'm terrified of making the wrong choice, and yet I know that ignoring my own feelings isn't fair, to me or to him. This tension has become a constant weight on my chest. What I've realized is that relationships aren't just about love or compatibility. They're about timing, personal growth, and emotional readiness. Even when someone is perfect for you, circumstances and personal mental health can change what's possible in the moment. I've decided to seek therapy, to untangle my feelings and understand what's coming from trauma, ROCD, or genuine changes in my heart. I want to give myself clarity before making any major decisions. And I've learned that being honest with myself first and eventually with him is part of truly respecting the love we share. Even if that honesty leads to a breakup, I know it doesn't erase the love or the value of the time we spend together. Love can exist even when relationships change. And sometimes, taking care of yourself is the kindest thing you can do for both people involved. It's scary to face these feelings, especially when the other person is so wonderful. But I'm learning that growth, clarity, and self-care are essential. The choice to love someone doesn't mean ignoring your own heart, and I'm slowly realizing that it's okay to seek help, seek clarity, and ultimately seek peace. For both of us. I never thought I'd be here, wondering if the person I love is being honest with me. Just a week ago, I found something that completely shook me. My partner has been talking to someone I can't stand. I knew it was wrong to snoop, but I couldn't help myself. And now, every text, every laugh, every little thing makes me question everything. I'm 25, and my partner is 22. We've been together for over a year, and things seem fine, or at least I thought they were. I always felt secure, loved, and respected. But over the past few weeks, I noticed subtle things. Messages late at night, a bit of secrecy, and a growing distance between us. I told her before that I felt uncomfortable about some of her interactions with a particular guy. She promised me it was nothing. I wanted to believe her. But I couldn't shake this feeling, this nagging worry that something wasn't right. So I did the thing I swore I wouldn't. I snooped. I know. Not my proudest moment. But the moment I saw it, my stomach dropped. The messages weren't just casual. They were flirty, overly familiar, and far beyond what I felt was appropriate. My mind raced. I tried to justify it. Maybe it's harmless. Maybe I'm overreacting. But the thing is, it destroyed me. Every time I see her phone, my heart sinks. I feel insecure, worthless, and constantly on edge. It's exhausting. I can't stop thinking about it. And she notices. She asks me what's wrong, and I lie. I say, nothing, while my chest tightens and my mind spins with doubt. I want to confront her. I really do. But I'm afraid. Afraid of how she'll react. Afraid of what I might uncover. Afraid of breaking what we've built together. And the guilt eats me alive. I snooped. I broke the trust I'm so desperate to protect. The worst part is how alone this makes me feel. I'm stuck in this loop. I want to trust her. I want to believe in us. But my actions, snooping, questioning, staying up thinking, push me further into anxiety. And now, I can't tell if my feelings are justified or if I'm letting paranoia take control. Every laugh she shares, every text notification, every call, it feels like a test, and I'm failing, not because she's done anything necessarily wrong, but because my self-esteem has crumbled. I'm not myself. I can't sleep, I can't eat, I can't focus. My mind is constantly replaying those messages, dissecting every word, every emoji. I know I have to confront it eventually. I know honesty is the only way forward. But right now I'm stuck, afraid of the answer, afraid of my own emotions, and terrified of losing her, or worse, losing myself. I've realized something important through this whole mess. Trust isn't just about the other person. It's also about how you manage your own fears and insecurities. Snooping might have given me a glimpse of reality, but it also gave me a lesson. I need to set boundaries, communicate clearly, and be honest about my feelings. I've decided that I'm going to talk to her, not in anger, not with accusations, but with the truth. I'll tell her how I feel, why I feel it, and what I need to feel secure. It's scary, but staying silent and hiding behind lies is only making things worse. No relationship is perfect, and every couple faces moments of doubt. The real test is how we handle them. For me, this is my wake-up call to confront my fears, communicate openly, and work on myself. Because love without trust is impossible, and self-respect is everything. Relationships are messy. They're emotional, complicated, and sometimes heartbreaking. But they're also opportunities to learn about ourselves and each other. And sometimes the hardest conversations bring the most growth. I want to share something personal. Something I never thought I'd admit out loud. I'm 29. My wife is 29 too, and we've been married for a few months, though we've been together for several years. Lately, our relationship has been tested in ways I didn't anticipate. My wife has been struggling with depression. She doesn't have many friends left, and honestly, I'm the only person she talks to. She shares everything with me. The frustrations, the sadness, the lonely moments. And I love her, so I want to be there. But over time, it's been taking a toll. I often cancel plans of my own friends because she's had a rough day, and the thought of leaving her alone at home just breaks my heart. She works in a high-stress hospital job, attending to patients, managing complaints, and constantly giving emotional support. For someone who's naturally introverted, The demands of her job leave her completely drained. When she comes home, she shuts down. She doesn't want to go out, see people, or engage in anything that isn't lying on the couch. Sometimes smoking weed just to cope. Her depression isn't new, but it's worsened recently, especially with the stress from work. She's also the sole emotional support for her mother, which adds another layer of responsibility. Most of her friends have drifted away, and while she connects well when we're with my friends and their spouses, she refuses to reach out on her own. Her reasoning: they're your friends, not mine, so it doesn't count. I understand her. I understand the exhaustion that comes from giving so much to others all day and the desire to just retreat and recharge. We're planning to start a family soon, and I love her deeply. I try to be patient, empathetic, and supportive with everything I can give, but there are days when I'm not perfect. Days when I feel drained, impatient, or emotionally spent. On those days, I see the pain in her eyes, and it breaks me inside. I worry constantly that I might run out of strength, that I might fail her when she needs me most. I've suggested therapy gently, but it's a sensitive subject. She's been through years of therapy before and doesn't want to relive those experiences with someone new. And so, most of the burden falls on me. I try to embrace it because, honestly, I love staying with her. But even love has limits when it's unbalanced, when one person carries almost everything alone. I'm sharing this because I think many people in relationships might feel the same. Supporting someone you love through depression is rewarding but exhausting, and it can put serious pressure on your relationship when one person feels like the only safety net for both emotional and social needs. The truth is, I don't have all the answers. I just know that love alone isn't always enough, and that sometimes seeking help, together or individually, might be the only way to protect a relationship from breaking under the weight of invisible burdens. And maybe, by sharing this, someone else can feel less alone in their struggles. Sometimes, after she falls asleep, I sit quietly in the living room, reflecting. I remind myself that love is about persistence, patience, and sometimes knowing when to ask for help. And I hope that one day we'll both feel lighter together.